which is the last day for the sales training. We are so sorry, even though, yes, we know that one way or the other, the few past days have actually not been smooth. But everyone be rest assured today that today is going to be power packed. We are going to be learning so much, and we are assuring you that today is going to like be the best. Yeah, so the last days comes with like very super pack. Don't worry. So tonight is going to be awesome. And our key instructor is here already. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed key instructor, Mr. Samuel Ojo. Mr. Samuel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Timmy.
Good evening, Mr. Sam.
Oh, we good, right? We can start.
All right.
No, I'm asking, can we start?
Yes, we can. I cannot.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Sorry, I was trying to. Good evening, everybody. I'm trying to see people who joined this night. Babatunde, Omotayo, Roy, Jonathan, Adiagba Akinola, Joy Eager, Sunday Luyemi, Oguntolu Sulikifli. John, I think some people joined earlier. They couldn't connect. Probably you could drop the link again so more people can join the call. So, good evening, everybody. The meeting is being recorded. It's been a great time. We've started out on what do they call this now? I think that was on Friday. We had no, that was on Thursday. We had a section Thursday, Friday. We couldn't do on Saturday due to site, right? And here we are again tonight. So it's really going to be a very sorry. I'm so sorry, please. So we're good now. So it's really going to be a great section tonight. I don't know if you can hear me. And tonight we'll be going over the 7 major sales processes. The first day we want to about what are some of the major things? How do we get into real estate? What are some of the major things of how some of the transition that have happened before we got into real estate? So tonight I'm going to be taking you over the 7 major sales process because see, to get anything in life, it requires processes to get anything in life. And if you don't understand the process, you wouldn't get how to get things done. For example, if you want to make a bowl of rice, jollof rice, for example, there are different components that mix for you to be able to get a good jollof rice, right? You could still get the whole ingredients, but if you don't understand the processes, if you don't do it one after the other, the truth is you might get lucky and get it a few times whereby you were able to make a good rice today, you can make it tomorrow, and it's you just have lapses here and there. So it's very important to understand that when it comes to selling too, there are processes involved in selling, and it's very important to understand these things and pay key attention to these things. Sorry guys, I'm trying to put my phone on silent. Someone is trying to call me. Okay, we good. So there are different components that makes for being able to sell efficiently. And I'm going to be going over the processes this night. It's just 7 and they are really simple. I'm going to be sharing with you some of my own personal experiences of how I've been able to do some of those things. See, when it comes to selling majorly, it's 7 major processes. See, and don't take these things for you've heard it somewhere before, because there's a particular saying I like to say: the proof of knowledge that you know something and you fully understand it is the kind of results you've been able to get from that particular thing, right? So if you don't have the kind of results you have here, you might still want to just pay attention, see something, probably there's something you're doing wrong, and what exactly can you do to make things better? What side of things do you need to make things better? And in sales, right? When it comes to real estate, what's the proof of you're a real estate consultant? What's the proof of you genuinely understanding these things and putting to use? That means you've been able to close sales. Until you close sales here, probably there might be some things you don't understand about selling yet, right? And even if you have closed and you're not closing sales consistently, there are things that you don't understand, you fully don't understand. And let me be honest with you, even during the course of me preparing, because I had a very long nap. I was tired from yesterday's trip. So I woke up, I was trying to prepare for this what they call this now, for this training. And there were some things that I got to know, even while researching today. And I was like, oh, this thing I need to work on it. Oh, this part I need to work on it. So it's like we keep getting better daily as we train ourselves. And don't remember, we talked about it. That was on Friday. That one of the core value, if you really want to be good with selling, is you need to be an avid learner. You need to learn communication skill. Do you remember all those things, right? You need to learn about the subject of what you're selling. And don't forget, we talk about the subject of what you're selling when it comes to real estate. And what you're selling when it comes to real estate, most of the time, like we said, is financial security. That's what you're selling to people. And the truth is, there are a lot of people, everybody, regardless of their stage in life, want to get better financially. They want to make more money. That's why you see Dangote building the next thing, is building a refinery, right? So we all want to make more money. We all want to make more money. Some people want to make that money for impact. If you're just starting out, some people just want to make the money to solve their basic need. You know, the more money you make, the more you graduate of this hierarchy of those lower needs, and you can focus on the bigger stuffs. So when it comes to selling, the first thing, which is the major one, which a lot of people don't pay attention to, is prospecting. It's called what? Prospecting. And here's the thing, prospecting major is meeting with someone who is qualified. Don't miss out on that word. Meeting with someone who is qualified to buy what you're selling. That's prospecting. So you need to get someone who is qualified in buying what you're selling. So I would be giving you an example. For example, we're selling real estate, right? Which is, don't forget, I told you, because at the end of the day, you need to look beyond the product you're selling to the transformation it's going to give the people you're selling to. You know, I told you, in selling, you are not a salesperson, you are helping people. So you need to graduate your mind from seeing yourself as someone who is just a salesperson to someone who is helping people achieve financial security. And that's your whole job. Especially when it comes to selling real estate. You're helping people graduate to selling financial security. You're selling financial security to them. You're helping them to better their finances. You're telling them, buy this now for 1 million. You can resell for 10 million. You can resell for 20 million later in the future. And let me add this quickly. Don't forget I say something. And that was, I'm not sure if it's Thursday or Friday now. You must look like the money you want to collect. That's the first thing. The second one now I'm giving you this night is, I'm still going to go over the processes, is don't see yourself as a salesperson. See yourself as someone which is helping, and that's your job. And what are you helping people with? You're helping people with financial security. How do you help people with financial security when even you yourself don't understand finances, you don't understand investment, you don't understand money itself? How you make money, how you manage money, how you multiply money. You need to understand these basic things, because these are some of the peripherals that makes up to be able to close these sales and close deals better. So the first thing is prospecting. You need to get to meet people who are qualified to buy what you're selling. When it comes to selling, the first thing you need to do is you need to understand the kind of people that can buy what you want to sell. So back to my analogy, let's say this Nova X. This is a piece of land in Nova X, which is 4 million. Let's be honest with ourselves. Not everybody can buy a land of 4 million. True or true? True. Right? So you need to be able to understand who are the category of people that can buy this kind of product. And most time it starts majorly. Where it falls most for me is trying to understand what's their financial strength. Because if you spend time with this, you don't waste time with the wrong people. You try and qualify people to see if they can have the kind of money you want to, and that saves you a lot of stress. Don't get me wrong. See, the truth is, when you're starting out, everybody, whether they can buy or they can't buy, they must know you're selling real estate. And I'll tell you why. The reason is because even if they can't buy, they have someone that can buy. That's the truth. Regardless of whatever positioning that person is, he has someone somewhere, probably have access to the person by the reason of job, by the reason of where they work in, by the reason of where they live in, by the reason of family. Probably they have a bond, they have someone who is just rich out there, who is outside that can buy. So your first assignment, don't get me wrong, the truth is your first assignment when you start selling real estate is whether people can buy or not, they must know you're selling real estate. It's very important. Because even if they can't buy, they know someone that can buy what you're selling, and they see if they see you're good there well enough, they'll refer their friends to buy from you. Because the truth is, people buy into energy. It's life. People buy into your energy. That's why you need to give people very good energy. That's very important too, and it's critical. So the first thing is prospecting. Get to meet a qualified client. So you need to understand what is the end rate of people that can buy property. I've seen people saying 25, but the truth is, I've had people that are 18 buy property from me. I've had people that are 21 buy property from me. It's not about the age majorly. For me, it's the financial strength. So most time you need to understand who are the kind of people that can buy this. And most time I'll tell you category of people me I've sold to. I've sold to people who run businesses, right? I've sold to Nigerians, my friends who are Nigerians, who are outside because they have the financial strength. Guys, these guys do 1,500, 2,000 pounds on an average a month. You're telling them to come and buy a property of 500k initial. That's just about 200 pounds over there. It's not really a lot of money. Though they must see they must see the reason why they should buy. So these are the kind of people. Majorly, I think those are, and I've sold to some of my friends here that are into tech, all those things. Do you get? Those are the kind of people me I've sold to personally. So the second thing when it comes to prospecting, after you've done prospecting, is you want to build rapport with whoever you're selling with. A lot of people do this so wrong. You meet someone today, and the next thing you're trying to do is to sell to that person immediately. It doesn't work like that. You know, I told you something. When you're trying to sell something, I gave you an analogy. I'm not sure if the first or the second day. I said, see yourself as a doctor, right? You're trying to sell financial security. Imagine you go to an hospital, your doctor is sitting, you're sitting next to your doctor, and you've not even told the doctor your problem. And the doctor is just writing. You need Amatem soft gel. Oh, you need yada yada. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. And he just hand it over to you. In your mind, you'll be like, is the doctor mad, right? So you need to see yourself as a doctor when it comes to sales. You need to be able to listen to people. You need to be able to listen to people. See, when you're having conversation with people, one thing is very important. Listen to them. Listen. A lot of people, what they do in sales is talking. You want to listen to them. And you should be able to understand, because at the end of the day, when you listen to people well enough, you are trying to build rapport with them, and they will trust you. Listening is one of the major things that and even imagine in a, and you know, let me use this analogy. You know, when you're in a relationship, a guy, or you're trying to get a girl, for example, now, and you see that guy that is always there for the lady, she listens to, you know, women can complain, right? They can talk. You see that guy that is always listening to her complain. You see that guy that is always there, just give her time to talk. She vents, she's engaging, and he's just there and listening. You are giving them quality time. Those kind of people are people women like, and they really enjoy it. At some point, even if they are not interested, they'll just be like, oh, that's my guy, he listen to me, all those things. So listening, when you're trying to have conversation with people, build rapport. Always listen to the people. So in building rapport, the first one, prospecting, right? Understand the kind of people that can buy what you're selling, so you don't waste time with the wrong people. But I told you even that, make sure everybody knows you're selling real estate, because even they can't buy, they have someone that can buy. And how do people know? At least you go on your status, you post consistently. I tell people every time this: people who sell consistently post consistently. Spotify is what, I think about $60 billion, their valuation, right? As you see Spotify ad everywhere. You be on Snapchat, you see it. You be on Instagram, you see it. Just to collect that your 900 or how much per month. They are still marketing every day. Coca-Cola still spends billions of dollars on advertising every single year on year. But you're there. I understand probably you don't have the money to run ads here. You should have time. If you don't have money, you have time. These are two resources anybody have, and God has given anybody. And these are resources that how we use them is what determines the outcome of our life. These two major resources, your time and your money. What you do with your time will determine the outcome of your life. And how well you manage and multiply your money, what you do with those things will determine the outcome. If you don't have money to run stuff, you have to dedicate time to do it. So the first one is prospecting. The second one is building rapport, build relationship with people that can buy what you're selling. You don't meet someone today and you're trying to sell to them the next time. Try and build relationship with them. Try and see how can I connect with these people genuinely? What can I help them with? It's not it happens sometimes, and I must be honest with you, it's luck. You meet someone today, you're just starting property and they're buying the next. It doesn't happen like that. I really must be honest with you. But it's something I'm so sure if you do well enough in a year, you can make millions of naira selling real estate. I've seen people do it here and there. So you need to be able to build rapport with people. You need to be able to listen to them. Then it needs to the next one, which is qualifying. You need to have questions about, like in qualifying people. Now, let me teach you how to have conversation with people. When you meet people, try and understand what are they doing? What have they done in the past? What did they plan to do in the future? So this will help you to understand their frame of their scope of life. And the purpose, most time, why you need to qualify people you're selling to is to understand whether they can afford what you're selling or not, whether they will need what you're selling or not. Can your product or service you're bringing to the table, can it attend to what they are doing? So it's very important you the first one, the second one building rapport, the third one qualifying, right? And remember, I told you in selling, you are not a salesperson, you are an helper. And what you are helping people with is financial security. So let me paint a scenario for you, right? Let's say you have this friend is somewhere probably in the US or is in Germany, and you're on a call, he's just ranting to you guys. This is tough. The workload is too much, it's crazy, he doesn't think he can do this. Like he's not sure this is sustainable, right? Because if you have friends over there, you have them come around rant once in a while. And the truth is it's tough actually, because that's another thing, because people can't really keep up with the pace over there compared to here. You see someone that was doing this kind of job here, he got there, he has to do you get all those things. Of course, they make cool, they make, don't let me say cool money, but at least they still made money. And I tell people, actually, to me, to be honest, I still feel that place is better, because there is you will still get job, but here you might really not get anything. You just have to sell your, and that's some of the reason why I know some people came into sell real estate. And the truth is, see, you can make money in real estate, but you need to understand the know-how to make the money. And that's why we've been having this class consistently. We're still going to have this kind of classes. This is a frequent engagement that will go on until you can close these deals back to back, so we can all make money and enjoy life. So let me go back to the scenario I was painting. You have this friend over there. He's complaining of how things is tough, work, yada yada. He needs other ways to make money, at least for the future. So you know that kind of person. The person is stressed, right? And you know what the person needs is guarantee for the future, because he know he can't do that kind of work for so long. So I understand that person wants financial security in the future. That person wants burden off him, right? And the person is just looking for a way to get a more sustainable future. Let me put it that way. So that kind of person, you know, is a young person. He really needs way of wealth. All those kind of people, you can find a way of pitching. You know they are your customers, right? So far they have the means, which is the money. So in qualifying people, you need to understand. You need to understand what they've done, what they are doing, their plans for the future. Most time there's an interesting question I ask my, probably I'm trying to prospect. We have this conversation going. I ask people like, what's your financial goal this year? What's your financial goal for the next 5 years? What's your financial goal for the next 10 years? Then let's discuss how do you plan on achieving these things. In doing this conversation, you try and understand what are some can your product, can they really buy that real estate now? Probably their financial goal for the next for the next and I'm sorry, that's still another problem. We don't really dream big in this side of the world. You see people, you ask them what's the financial. I don't even want to say this, but me, my goals are very huge actually. Sometimes people think I'm silly or I'm insane, but it's fine. It's my goal anyway. If I achieve it, if I don't achieve it, it's mine, it's not yours. So let me get back to what I was saying, so we don't get out of the way. So you asking this person, what's your financial goal for this year? What's your financial goal for the next 5 years? Is telling you I want to make, let's say, £150,000, right? Interesting. Then you now try and start having conversation about, so what are some of the ways you really want to make this, right? And they will discuss. But see, before people can have this kind of conversation with you, they must see you as person of value. And there are different things that make people valuable. By the way, you can research on some of them after you finish this class. There are different things that make people valuable. Your ideas, your ideas, your intellectual capacity. In fact, I must be honest with you, most time, your intellectual capacity and the way you look is what people use to assess if you are valuable or not. That's what people use to judge if you are valuable or not most time. Your intellectual capacity. Can you hold meaningful conversations? How well built are you upstairs about finances, about investment? If I give you 100 million today, what will you do with the money? So that's very important. So in qualifying your people, your prospect, you want to understand what have they done in the past? What do they plan to do in the future? What are they doing currently? So in the process of having this conversation, you will know if they really need your product. If your product can really satisfy their need. And if those boxes are ticked, it will now lead us to the next one, which is presentation. In qualifying, let me get back to that. The thing is, most of what you do in qualifying is asking questions. Most of what you do in qualifying is asking questions. Most of what you do in qualifying is asking questions. Okay, let's do something. If someone tell you, let me use an analogy. Someone somewhere, let me just use for the scope of things. Someone somewhere was telling me this. He said, she said she had this friend that had 20 million. The guy had 20 million. It was 20 million liquid. Then he was looking at ways of making more money with the 20. This is a true life story of making more money with the 20 million. So most time, I ask the person, guys, the truth is, if you really want to make money, you want to multiply money. Most times, just two ways: it's either two businesses or investment. If you want to multiply your money now, there's make, there's money, there's multiply. Most times, it's either through business or investment. That's just the truth. So I was now having the conversation like the girl should have, because the girl reached out to me. Then I was just trying to help with some things. Then I was trying to have this conversation. We asked the guy, the 20 million he has now, is he looking to what kind of return is he looking to get from the money? Is he looking for a monthly return or an annual return? Is he looking to run a business, or is he looking to invest that kind of money? If someone say, for example, is looking to do investment, let's use that as an example, that 20 million, the guy wants to use it to do investment, though his own was something else. To do investment, he has 20 million. And someone is reaching out to you, they have this 20 million, they are looking to get a monthly return from it. The truth is, you won't tell that kind of person to come and buy land. And don't be so desperate to collect that money. You won't tell that person, someone who has 20 million and is looking for a monthly return, you won't tell that kind of person to come and buy land, because land can't give you monthly return. True or true? True. The only kind of return people get is massive capital gain on land, whereby and the gains are out. They are ridiculous. you see, you see someone buying a land. You see someone like Ibukun Awoshika. She was saying she bought the land. I think 8. I'm not sure now if it's 8 plot or 8 acres, but the whole value of the land was around, I'm not sure of the number, less than 5 million or so. And a few years later, she was reselling for 60 million. It's only land that can give that kind of gain. So you have someone who comes to you, have 20 million, I'm looking to get a monthly return. That person is not land the person can buy. That's the truth. So you understand, before you start wasting your time, of course, you can still be able to talk the person into probably getting the part of those money into land to do capital gains. But you purely understand that kind of person is not looking to invest into land. So what are some of the things this kind of person can invest? Probably they go invest their money into, they are looking to get monthly returns. The person has to do a business, or probably you go and put your money in some of those crowdfunding that give a monthly return, which I don't really do though. But that's the truth. Because something you're looking to get a monthly return for, I really must be honest with you, one way or the other, you have to be actively involved in it. So you need to prospect your clients. You need to build rapport with them. You need to prospect people who can buy what you sell. You need to build rapport with them. You need to qualify them. Then the fourth one, if they tick the boxes, is you need to present them. showing them your product or service as the best option for them, right? So that's the next thing. You need to be able to present your, you need to, sorry, they took my light. It will be back on soon. So you need to be able to present your product as the best product to your clients. So presentation is very important. After you've been able to prospect, after you've been able to build rapport, after you need to be able to qualify, you need to be able to present your product to them. So which is very important. The next stage in 7 sales processes is presentation. And in you being able to present very well, one thing that is very important, why it's very important, is you now need to know product knowledge. You need to have product knowledge. A lot of people are selling real estate and they don't even understand how many plots makes an acre. Is as bad as that. Guys, you can't close deal that way. I'm really honest with you. A lot of people want to sell real estate. They don't even understand. They don't even know the difference between a semi-detached and a fully detached house. Remember, I told you the first day, the people you're trying to sell to are people. Someone who has 4 million is not dumb. That's the truth. Of course, you might have few of them that you might be able to get through with. But if you are looking to close bigger deals and go really big in this industry and go wild and make a lot of money in this industry, product knowledge is very important. You need to know the kind of property you are selling. You have to have information about it. What are some of the landmarks there? So you need to be able to make good presentation, and the more product knowledge you have, that will determine the kind of presentation you would make. So majorly, why you do presentation is showing your product as the best option for your prospect. Then this will move us to the next one, which is the fifth. You need to be able to answer objection. Every prospect, they have reason why not to. And I will tell you some of the concerns most people have most time. They are afraid of being taken advantage of. Nobody likes to lose money. That's why I told you must look like the kind of money you want to collect. Because if you don't look like it, they won't trust you well enough to even buy that property through you to buy from Prop. We will try as much as possible to brand ourselves well enough. So probably if they go online, they search about Prop Up, they see some of the stuff we've done. Oh, they have an office in Lekki. Oh, they've been able to do some CSR projects. We've done in Oyo State, we've done here, we've done there. They see some of those things. Oh, they have people behind the scene. So we've been able to do that branding on our own end that the people can trust us to give us that kind of money. But you, they are coming through now. Can they trust you well enough? Because people don't like to lose money. People don't like being taken advantage of. And nobody likes it. So you, because it's very important you're empathetic when you're trying to sell to people. Put yourself in people's shoes. So the fifth one is you need to answer some of this objection because people will always have concern because they're afraid of being taken advantage of. They are afraid of paying too much. They are afraid of getting the wrong product. And one way to be able to answer people's objection is give guarantees. I tell people most time, if anything ever happens to your property, the worst thing that will ever happen is you get your full money back, fully refunded, and that will not even happen. One way I also do this to give people confidence is I show them transactions of some of the deals I've closed in the past. I can show them receipt of a client probably that transferred 10 million, transferred 15 million. I show them some of those things just to build confidence. And by the way, let me add this quickly. You will see up to now, people will start ringing bell in that group. I'm so sure of that. God grant grace. When people drop bail, even if you are not the one that closed the deal, social proof is very, 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 very important in selling. See, people will trust you. One of the things that build trust in people is social proof. Before they do that deal with you, they want to be sure has someone else done it with you. They don't want you to use them as a test. So you need to be able to give people social proof. Show them people that have done it with you before. And you get some of these things in the group. Social proof is very, very important because people don't like to lose money. People don't like to lose money. they don't want to pay too much for a product, and we all that's how it works. Then the sixth one, which is very important and is critical, is you need to close the deal. A lot of people make this mistake. You do the talking, talking, talking. You do the follow up, follow up, follow up, then you don't close the deal. Simply ask yourself, since everything has ticked your boxes, so when are you going to make the payment? Ask. When are you looking to commence the investment process? Ask. Don't assume for your clients. Always ask question. Always ask them the question. Don't assume. Don't assume. I tell the people this a lot of time. Don't assume for your clients. Always ask the question. You're selling something of value. Be proud to sell it. Carry it on your head. I have friends I didn't close. The truth is, I have friends I couldn't close last year, and they just got in February. They just got in March. They paid because I asked when they were willing to pay. Some of them will tell you, oh, for example, I have this client. Let me give you this is a very good example. I had this client. She came on board. She bought 3 plots in Ibadan. That was in February. So while I was trying to onboard her, we had this conversation going, and I was asking her, and I saw in that this thing, because there's this subscription form your clients fill, after they make payment, sometime before they make payment. And there was this subscription form. I saw she was in Lagos. I was like, wow, you're from Lagos. So have you invested in Lagos before? I ask people this question. You need to ask questions as a salespeople. Have they invested in real estate before? What's their belief about real estate? Even if they don't have the money, if you have the money, where do you look to invest? Do you look to do lands, or you want to do? Sorry, they brought my leg back. That's good. Are you looking to do lands, or you want to are you looking to do land deals, or you're looking to do house deals, right? So always ask questions. Always ask questions. Don't assume for your client, and close the deal. So back to the scenario I was making. She bought 3 plots in April. Oh, my AC. I'm coming. Let me regulate this. So she bought 3 plots in February. That was in Bado project. Then it was pre-launch, 700, 2.1 million. She made the initial deposit. So while I was onboarding, and during the onboarding process, I saw she was in Lagos. She was from Lagos. She's in the UK. Then I was asking her, oh, whoa, how come you like, how come, have you invested in Lagos before? She was not like, no, not yet, but somehow. Then I was like, oh, wow, tell me more. Then she told me the story of how she invested in Lagos. Then she bought land. I can't remember, somewhere in the mainland. The process of her going through the land, this thing, she bought the land. She wanted to build a house for her dad. Then I think she was building house alongside. So one for her, 1 unit for her, 1 unit for her dad. Then she explained the process was rigorous. At some point, they had to stop the people that are working on site. The Omonile went to stop them. They couldn't work on site. And see, this is one major thing a lot of people have, especially when it comes to land in Lagos. They are scared of Omonile. But one thing you should always tell your people is, when you are buying from a reputable company, you are not going through the stress of Omonile. I explained to you how Omonile works the first day. If you are not there, go and watch the video. We have the recording. You are not having the issue of negotiating with Omonile. The company will be able to handle the whole situation for you. They've said to them when they are buying the land. So you are not having any issue with Omonile. Your own thing, part of the money you are paying them is that headache. Prop up should go through that headache for you. So that's the way it works. So most time, one of the major reasons why they are scared is Omonile. You tell your people, you tell anybody, you say, you don't have any issue with Omonile. When you buy land from us, just pay and go and sleep. You get all your documents, and because most of our I show people, you've seen our project in it's fenced. The one in Ibadan, we are talking about to start the fence this thing now. I ensure most time, and that's one of our policy. Any property we buy, even if it's Kafancha, we'll fence it round. And it's very important. See, this is what it helps you with. If you buy any property and you fence it round, anybody they are looking to sell that property to, we already know, oh, someone is here. Don't buy it. Why people lose their property most times is they buy the property, they leave it for years, it's not fenced. Someone can just go there and do and sell to any random people. But a property that is fenced, at least you know, someone is already here. See, most time if people fence most of the property they buy, they don't have issue with someone reselling, a family selling to 6 people selling to. So it's very important and it's critical. So we had this conversation going. Then she told me she bought the land. She was trying to build a house for herself, her dad. Then the headache was just way too much. That since then she has just made up her mind she's not going to buy land in Lagos. But I was like, oh, that's great. And you really need to be genuine with your people. Don't be doing like goddess. Some people will be doing like goddess. See, if you buy any land, even in Lagos, if it's Ibadan, Omonile will come and meet you. How we handle the situation is we need to settle them. Some people will not want that client to know, oh, we everybody go through Omonile. Why? How will we handle it is we settle them. And we have settlements, do agreements, don't get here again. So, do you get? That's the way we settle it. So I now told her the truth is we all go through we go through this headache too. Like we too most time we settle them. So I was not asking her. I was just trying to engage. I was like, she should give me the story of how the whole thing started. She said they bought the land. Sometimes they bring charm. They had to stop workers on site. Then I was now like, oh great, that how is it now? Because I really want to see how I can help her. Even if I was not closing any other deal, I really want, and you should help people. See, just try if you really can help people because I understand how to manage some of these situations. So I was seeing how I could help. So then she now told me, I was like, is it resolved? She said, yeah, oh yeah, that it took a while though. But then I was now asking, how did she resolve it? They said they had to go and pay money to the baale in the community. Most times when you're buying land, always manage, even if you are not, always manage the conversation with the head of whatever community you're buying with. That they had to go and pay money to the baale solved everything. And since then, she said they were working peacefully on site. So sometimes this is why we encourage people to buy from a real estate company, because the truth is the kind of money you will use to settle these people individually, you might not have it. That's the truth. You are looking to buy a land of, let's say, 3 million. They are telling you to come and use 2 million to come and sell. It's almost not making sense, right? But when it's bulk, we can still negotiate it. People who buy bulk, they can get things cheaper. So we can still negotiate it and the prices will drop down. So that's some of the things. So we had this conversation going. Then I was like, oh no, that you don't have to go through money less stress. We've gone through it yourself. And I showed our property, our project is fully fenced. People are there. A lot of people are bought into the project. And she was like, wow, she didn't know this. Because she was thinking she had to go through that kind of stress again, even if she buy with us. The process of me being able to clarify that conversation led me to closing another deal with her, which is 4 million naira. So in total, about 7 million naira deal, right? Though his initial deposit too. But at least she's committing and she's going to get everything done in 6 months. So I'm just trying to share some of this story with you. You need to be able to answer people's objection. You need to be able to answer people's objection and close the sales. And I told you, please, so after closing the sale, this will lead to the next one. Once people collect money from clients, they disappear. Phew! The client is no longer hearing from you like they used to before. That's bad. You must keep relationship with your client for 2 major reasons. One, you can still upsell them. I tell people, if any client should buy anything, land from your real estate, let's say land, this land is thing. In my own mind, what I have is in the next 24 months, I want to help you invest 20 million in the real estate market. I never ever see a client as probably you are buying about the property as $1 million or you are buying Lagos property as 4 million naira. I never see a client as someone who is paying me 1 or 4 million. I see a client as someone who is investing with me, investing in land with me, through me, with at least 20 million in the next 24 months, which is 2 years. And it has happened. I've done it again and again and again. I've been able to upsell my people, to help them make more money through property, to help them invest more. But that would never happen if you don't keep good relationship with people you've sold to. For example, there was this client, she bought in this May, we're in the new month. She bought her first payment with me then. Last year was April 29, right? And after then, we had this conversation going. She paid, she's spread payment, she paid off. Then I think in February this year, I was able to talk her more into, because we had the conversation going. I just comment, I go into her DM to check up on her. Sometimes we jump on call. Work is not stressful. People need you to be there for them, not just their money. And I said it, you have to be reliable to sell. People need to see you as someone who is reliable. If they don't see you as someone who is reliable, they won't do deals with you. They won't do business with you. So she got the 3 plot. That was in February. Then she started the payment to that 3 plots. That was 12 million. Then she started the payment in February. Then in April 29, I discovered, because I have a list of my clients, I go over it weekly most times. I went back to I saw that our last payment was April 29. Let me read the message I sent to her. I think it's on this phone. I said, whoa, today marks exactly 1 year since you make your first invoice of payment for your first landed property in Lagos. I'm thrilled to be a part of that journey and to say your investment has grown about almost 100% in just 1 year. Thank you for trusting me to do business with you. And here is to more land vastries and prosperous partnership with you. She smiled. She said, thank you very much. You know, that kind of person, you are paying attention to her. She will know you really, it's not really, because for you to be for you to remember, she myself, I'm sure she didn't remember. I'm so sure of that. Because those little things matter. Why do you think the bank will send message to you on your birthday? Why do you think the bank will send message to you on birthday? Why do you think your customer, your service provider, is so they can show you, they can give a sense of you, like they care about you, or I don't know, whichever one. They care about you. So you must learn to invest in people emotional bank account by being reliable, by being there for them, by being dependable, by showing care. So you close the deal. That's the next one. I say people do talking, and don't close the deal. Ask, when exactly are you willing to commit? When exactly are you willing to start? So that will make you, so it won't be like you are bothersome. It won't be like, if they are really interested, it won't be like probably you are just there. And so when I ask, when exactly, if you follow these processes right, by the time you are going to the step of closing the sales, you'll be sure if they are interested or not. I must be honest with you. I have people that they've not started payments. They are looking to start payments in August, because probably they tell me they have this building project going on. Also, do that. You need to make people understand that prices of lands are not stable. The price keep increasing. So if you're interested, at least commit first. But at the end of the day, the truth is you still have some people that will still be like, no, I'll do it in August. I'll do it in July. I have people who are supposed to close the deal in February, but they are starting the payment this month. I have them. You just put them somewhere in your list. I have people that I have people that I had the I've taken them to site in March. Until now, I've not closed the deal. But that kind of person saw me post status when I was in Ibadan yesterday. He now messaged me, oh, I'm so sorry, Sam. I will commence my payment this month. Why do you imagine, after that person I was discouraged, I was like, oh no, this guy didn't later, but what do I do with this? So then I was just discouraged. I was just there. Will you see my status? People need to see that you are showing up every day. Whether you are closing the deal now or not, people need to see that you are showing up every day. That shows you are reliable. That shows you are disciplined. Because see, it is just a deviation. When you are posting consistently, there's something we call build up interest, and it happens in what they call this now, in a romantic setting. Let's say you have this guy which like this girl, right? And he has been trying to approach the girl is saying no. He's approaching the girl is saying no. He's approaching the girl is saying no. And he's just there, like he's just. The truth is, even if he doesn't get a chance, and let's say the girl has disinterest at first, even if he doesn't get a chance to see later get her into a relationship, I'm being honest with you, if you do it consistently, at some point, the girl will sit down to think, oh, should I give this guy the chance? So there's something called build up interest. Even if your people show up every day and let people see you are reliable, you are dependable, this is what you do. And at some point, they went out and they would ask. So you need to learn to close the sales, right? So let me rush. We are almost 5 minutes out. I don't want to take too much of our time, so we can do questions too. So let's get to the next one. The next one, after you've closed the sale, I told you, please still stay in touch with those clients. Don't leave them, because you can upsell them, and also they can give you people that I've had people that bought from me and they referred another person to me. I've had people that bought transaction. I think a guy did the one I can remember at the top of my head now. He did a deal of, was it 4.5, 1.5 lot, then when they were selling for 3 million. Then he gave me someone that bought 2 plots. Imagine I never like, imagine I never stay in touch with that person. So build relationship with people that can buy from you and people that have bought from you, because that way you can upsell them, and that way you can ask for referrals. Because people who you sold to know someone who is like him that can also buy what you're selling. And most times, see, you don't even need to ask these things. They will do it for you for free. Once they see you treat them well, treat people well. Once they see, people will never forget how you make them feel as a result of how you treat them. So these are like the major stuff, and these are the 7 steps. I forgot to talk about something when we were talking about prospecting. See, there's a video, a short video I show people, I've sent to a lot of people most time, on the 5 major ways to get customers. And when it comes to real estate, people are like, oh, how do I get it? I don't have anybody that can buy this product. That's mindset problem, because nobody brought any connection from up. I understand that some people are advantage of as a result of situations of where they've been born into, and they have that connection there, right? Accepted. Life doesn't give us equal playing field. But the truth is that shouldn't be an excuse. There's Sarah is on this call. I was having a conversation with Sarah. Was it last week or the week before the last? And she was telling me about some people she was prospecting, and she met them where she used to go and play this tennis. You know, it's a rich people's game now, tennis. I will share some of the ways whereby I just wanted to share some of the ways where you can buy people that can sell property. The truth is, if you join smaller activity group like this tennis, you will meet some of those people that can buy what you're selling. One, if you run ads, you will get people that can buy what you're selling. So majorly it's 2 ways. It's either you do it online or you do it offline. When it comes to the offline of things, it just has to do with networking, joining some of those smaller activity group, the places you hang out, the places you eat. Go to these places. Even if you don't have, I'm not saying you should go there. Even if at least go there, even if it's water, 2,000, 2,500, go to some of these highbrow locations and go there and go and meet people. Another way, I'll just list some of them. I don't have time to go deeply into them. You can do cold DMs. Another way, you can do content marketing, whereby you are posting the kind of content that can attract those kind of people to you. And let me be honest with you, if you do this thing and you don't do it consistently, you will not get results. See, in life, it's not about who can start. It's about who can do it consistently, because life only rewards consistent people. Imagine I was trying to fill this cup, right? And I want a full cup. And I have a water here. If I pour a bit, you know, this right? I just pour a bit. This thing will never get full until I pour consistently. People are consistent are the one who get result out of life. So I'll send the video to the group. I don't really want to waste time then, but please, it's very possible. You can make a lot of money selling property. And also try and go over some of the, don't assume you know them, please. Try and go over some of this video. I think we have 4 videos now. The first one of Paul 4. Make it a task this week. We have the one with Paul 4. We have the 3 one we've done now for 3 days. We are going to have this weekly, so we can have this conversation. They took my light again, NEPA, but they are going to bring it back now. So, oh, sorry, my light went. Let me switch it on. So we good, right? Okay. So tonight, question. Woo! Someone said I can't hear you. Land does not give monthly return. Yeah. So let's do the question. Let's do the question, please. If you have question, you can ask. Well done, Mr. Sam. Thank you very much, Okpeyemi Ayobami. Great Bella Ekem. I like your name. You said I can't hear. Oh, sorry. Probably it's the network. I don't know. My network was stable throughout. Probably it was the network from the end, but we have the recording. So question, so we can be out of here. I don't want to take too much time. Tomorrow is Monday again. Let's close deals this week. Let's make money. We have to be very consistent with this thing. So let's go. Who's there? Siami Yusuf, David Isemin, Ayo Fanodun, Asaulu, Poluatife, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce well. Sam Umba. Question. Do you have any question, please?
Mr. Samuel Ujo. Mr. Samuel.
Question. So basically, we have two projects majorly we're selling, right? Nova X and Nova Light. Nova Light is in Ibadan, Money Ishen, and it's very close to Ibadan. This is not Ishen, guys. Nova Light is so close to Ibadan. I'm telling you. If you know the Hadrons project, that big pillar project is before you even get to that project. It's by your left. You see a banner there. We are starting fencing very soon on site. So Nova Light currently selling for $1 million. The half plot is going for 600,000 naira. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. So let's sell and make money. And it's just with an initial deposit of 2. It seems you have not mentioned the 7th point, Mr. Sam. Sunday Luyem. I think I did. Let me go over them quickly again. Prospecting, building rapport, qualifying, presentation, answering objection, closing the sales. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. That means you're following me. Thank you. Asking for referrals. I think I merged it together. Asking for referrals. And I told you, treat your customers so well, they'll recommend you to their friends, families, and partners. Treat your customers so well, they'll recommend you to their friends, families, and partners. Treat your customers so well, they'll recommend you to their friends, families, and partners. Thank you very much for calling my attention to that. So back to what I was saying, Ibadan, we have Nova Light selling for 1 million full plot. Our plot is going for 600,000 naira. It's still very cheap. We are still going to increase the price very soon. So get your people on board. Keep prospecting. It's a good deal. It's a roadside property, a titled land. So if you have a client that is interested, you can always reach out and we can book inspection. And also the one in Lagos, 4 million naira, fully fenced, registered survey. I've sent this thing into the group many times. Registered survey is out. It's not audio. It's a fenced property. It's not it's not far from a major road too. It's selling for 4 million full plot. Our plot is going for 2 million and the acre is going for 24 million. So that's it. How do you try to convince the investors or buyers that your products are very valuable? How do you stand out from other agents and real estate companies? Thank you very much. I like this question and it's very important. See, I told you something. People buy into energy. Become so valuable. The truth is, when you're trying to make people buy into you, and sometimes it depends on how you carry yourself, how you brand yourself, your charisma. That's very important. People buy into energy. And also anybody can start. And a lot of people start, but most time people see people are consistent over time and they do deals with those people. There's this woman in Lagos currently. She I think she's one of the top selling person in Lagos. I was seeing the stats for their company in the first quarter. They sold about over 200 plots. And these are not even 4 million lands. These are land of about 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 million, thereabouts. And she sold over 200 plots. But if you see the way this woman carry herself, if you see the way she brand herself, so people buy into people before they carry yourself well enough that you become the favorite person people will go to for the deals. And it's at the end of the day, let me be honest with you, it's a wide space. It's very broad. So don't see it as a competition. Just do your thing, do it over time and get results. You would get results. So that's just that. So that's Who else? Who else? Any other question, please? So we can call it a night. This is 9:05. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? By the way, if you can sell, the Battle project is very hot. If you can, thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. By the way, the Battle project is very hot and it's fast selling. Trust me, that project is too sweet because it's close to Ibadan. It's a roadside property, so it's selling out really fast. If you can sell 10 plots in a month, Proper have a special offer for you. Reach out. If you can do 5 plots, 10 plots in a month, and 5 plots in a month, you are sure you've done it before, please reach out to me, reach out to John, or reach out to me in that group. Message directly, private DM. We have an offer for you. Yeah. And it's a good offer. Trust me, you like it. So thank you very much, everybody. If there's no question, I think we can call it a night. Thank you very much. God's time Okere. Thank you, Grebella Ekem. Thank you, Okpeyemi Ayobami. Thank you, Jomi Ogono. Thank you, Olaiwola Fumilola. Siami Yusuf. Thank you. Ayo Fanodun, Roy Hill, Jonathan. Asao Lubolu Atife Oguntolu Sukifli. Thank you very much. Sunday Luyemi, Joy Iga, Sam Imba, Baba Tunde Omotai. I think we have about 25-30 people in between on the call. It's great having you on board, and I pray God will help us. He will grant us grace to close more deals, and He will help us, guys. Let's put in the work. Let's stay consistent, and it will happen. Is any available land for commercial purpose? No, most of our lands are zoned for residential, so there's no land for commercial at the moment. But if it's something, and by the way, thank you for asking that. You know, we're asking about what they call this now. Let me add this quickly. Romeo Glory, thank you very much, Mr. Sam. So much value tonight. Thank you very much, Glory. My pleasure. Lukman Adebar is asking, is any land available for commercial purpose? So there's the thing, right? You know, we're talking about being able to analyze like a doctor when you're trying to talk with your client or prospect. So this client now needs a commercial property. Don't say because Prop doesn't have residential property, you will not sell. Try as much as possible to see other people that has commercial property and see, but be very careful, please. When it comes to land, please deal with credible companies. Deal with people who have real projects. And we've taken all our projects, at least in these 3 groups, probably with 1, 2, 3. We've taken people to the 2 different sites. You've seen the land. You see we are the owner of the land. We've shown you the registered survey, right? If you want a lot of people come to our office I've had a lot of people come to our office. Our office is here in Lekki. We have a physical office. Just deals for clients. Dealing with people who are credible. So in want to check elsewhere to see if they have the kind of property, even see that even if you get to see that you make attempts of do things that count. So thank you very much, Roy Jonathan. Thank you, Romeo Glory. It's great seeing everybody this night. We'll drop the details of the next class. We're looking to do this once a week. Let's close more deals. We pay 15% commission on sales, guys. If you close a deal of 4 million naira, that's 600,000 naira. If you close 3 of that in a month, that's 1.8 million. It's very possible. I've seen people. I just told this one that closed over 200 plots in 3 months. And these are not 4 million property. She doesn't have 2 heads. These are property that are worth, I think the average one is about 25-30 million. So she run ads consistently. But even I told you, if you don't have money to run ads yet, post consistently, do code DMs, reach out, constantly reach out. Every day is what you should be doing. Constantly reach out. So thank you very much, everybody. We stay in touch. We catch up in the DMs. We catch up on the group chat. Have a great night. So Timmy can come on board.